How's it going, everybody? Hey, I just wanted to start this channel to try to help some people out that's got a star tracker, any star tracker in particular. The one I've got is a Star Adventure. I know it's kind of dark, my lighting sucks, you just have to bear with me. The reason why I started this channel is to help people out. You know, just a disclaimer, I don't know everything. I just started myself, but I've learned some things that might help people, you know, that might just be just now got their tracker, just now got their scope or camera, and they're trying to figure things out. One of the big things that I had issues with was trying to get polar aligned. You can see Polaris with your eye, but you look through the polar scope on the tracker and it's like you see all kinds of stuff. You see all kinds of stars, so it's kind of confusing. What I want to show you guys, it's not real expensive. It's pretty cheap. I think I paid $15 for it on eBay. It is I don't know if you can see this, kind of get it in the light, maybe without blinding you. It's a laser pointer. It's a green laser pointer. And you need to check with your state, local laws, about if you can have a green laser pointer, if you can point it up in the sky. One of the good things to look out for, how I'm going to show you how to do this, don't get a green laser pointer that you can actually focus the beam. You don't want that, because if you focus the beam, you don't want a laser pointer that you could burn things. You just don't want one. I mean, it's kind of pointless. So without further ado, I'll kind of try to show you how I do this. Okay, so here's my tracker. And basically what I'm going to do, without blinding you guys, here's the laser pointer. And what you want to get is a push button laser pointer where you just press it one time and let off and the green laser stays on. What you want to do right here where your polar scope's at, you're going to want to hold this laser straight up to the lens right here, to where it's going to shoot that laser through that polar scope up to Polaris in the sky. It's not going to be dead on at first. You're going to have to adjust your screws and then your screw back here to get it lined up, to get that laser lined up on Polaris. But once you get it lined up with Polaris, then you can put the laser away and then look through your polar scope and that bright star will be there. So if anybody's ever tried to find Polaris through this scope and all you see is a bunch of stars in there and you don't know which one's which, use a laser pointer. $15 right here off eBay. $15. It's all you need. But just make sure that if you get one, you got to check to make sure that your local laws, you know, it's not against the law, or it's not against your state law, or it's not, you know, outlawed in your country. But just make sure that it's not outlawed. If it's not, then you're doing good. Now, I know this is probably a crappy video. I wanted to just try to put something together real quick to show everybody how that works. Now, hopefully everybody that watches this video, they can determine where Polaris is at. You know, this is only for people that's in the northern hemisphere. People in the southern hemisphere, I'm sorry, I don't know how you guys are going to do it. I really don't. I'm sorry. But people in the northern hemisphere that has a tracker, this laser pointer is not going to hurt the inside of that. It's not going to do it. It's not going to hurt nothing. So just give it a shot. Maybe, hopefully, you can see this. I don't know if you can. I'll see if I can't shine it up. Maybe you can see it through the polar scope. I'll try. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's not showing up on the camera. But anyways, I've got it right there in the polar scope, and it's shining straight up, and it's just barely off from Polaris right now. But that's how that works. I don't know if you can pick this up on camera or not. I don't see it on my lens, but I don't know. But you just want to make sure that whenever you do use this green pointer, this green laser, you want to make sure that there is no airplanes in the sky. You can always tell what an airplane is. You can see it flashing. You want to make sure that there is no airplanes nearby when you use this laser pointer. Now, I have a second video that I'll be doing. Hopefully you guys find this informative. I hope I help somebody out with this. But at any rate, once you get that lined up with Polaris, with the laser, put your laser away, look through the polar scope, then you can fine tune. And what I mean by fine tune, you're going to have to, you're going to have to get an app. You're going to have to get an app on your phone. Let's see if I can't show this a little bit better. You're going to have to get an app on your phone. And just so happen, I use Polar Aligner Pro. I click on that. I click on Polaris. I click on Scope. And this says Orion's Sky Adventure. This is actually what it looks like inside my polar scope. And it's telling me, if you can see that little dot right there, it's telling me that's where I need to put that star, Polaris. I need to put it right there. You don't want to put Polaris in the crosshairs. You want to put Polaris right there, because your true north is going to be right there in the crosshairs if you put Polaris where this app is telling you to put it. You don't necessarily have to use this app. There's plenty of apps out there. This is a paid app. There's plenty of apps out there that you can get that are free. It'll tell you, it'll look at your GPS and it'll tell you where you need to put Polaris in your polar scope. But that's it in a nutshell. The next video that I come out with, I'm going to explain to people how, with a Star Adventure or an Ioptron or anything like that, any type of little guider like this that's not a go-to mount, how you can find your targets. Because that is one of the biggest issues, besides finding Polaris. That's one of the big issues that I had. So stay tuned for the next video to come out. Hopefully I can get my lighting a little bit better. I hope. I'll have to get, something besides this right here. It's a headlamp that I'm shining around. You guys just have to bear with me on this. But maybe I can get my lighting a little bit better to where you guys can see a little bit better. And I will show you how to find your targets with this. People say, oh, it's so easy to star hop and do this and that. Yeah, it's not that bad, but once you star hop, that's fine and dandy, but you got to be able to point that scope where it needs to be. And I'm using a 533 MC Pro, and I'm using a 72 ED scope. So I'll kind of give you a little hint how I do this. The laser's involved. It gets me close. The laptop, Stellarium, and Pointcraft on astrophotography tool is how I do it. But the next video, I'll show you exactly step by step what I do and how I hone in on the target. If you guys were wondering about this channel, back road, that's where I'm at. That is gravel. I'm on a back road, and I know you probably can't see nothing. There's nothing out here. I mean, it's a gravel road, that's it. So yeah. But at any rate, that's me. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. I will have more tutorials of how to do different things with this. So stay tuned, and clear skies.